Arnab, welcome to Duologue.
Thank you, Barun.
News really chased ratings. If I take cue from what you and I have just exchanged, that we can't manufacture news, we'll have to treat news. So how relevant it is or how practical it is to be true to our existence, to our identity of that of a fourth estate, and yet chasing ratings. How practical is that?
Completely practical, Barun. Completely practical. Again, I want to give you a little bit of a slightly longer answer to this very, very appropriate question. People say, if you want the ratings, you cannot be true to the news. And I think that's so wrong.
I would also agree.
My experience has been that people have taught me what news is relevant. I am in no position to be in an ivory tower and preach to the world that this is the news, this is what you ought to like, this is the line that you ought to take, this is the story that you need to look at. For in my most challenging moments, and I keep talking about the story of Prince, a 6-year-old boy who fell into a well 2005 or 2006 in Kurukshetra. And in 2006, with great difficulty, we had launched Times Now. We were all about to lose our jobs with 7% market share. And when we had lost it all, for 4 days, we covered the story, almost 3 days, of a child who fell into a borewell as a result of apathy. But Barun, we put our heart into it. And I keep talking about the story. We put our heart into it. And for us, that moment, it was not about ratings. It was about doing something greater than everything, greater than our jobs, greater than everything. When the boy came out, it was more about the boy's life being saved as a result of the collective efforts of us in Times Now and everybody in the media. Now, can you measure a story like that in ratings? No. Can you measure a story like 2611 in ratings? I anchored for more than 70 hours, 76 hours, non-stop, Barun. I slept for half an hour here and there. I dropped all the advertising on the channel. But could I ever measure that coverage in ratings?
Right.
The biggest stories I have done, Barun, cannot be measured in ratings. Is it consequential to me whether I got ratings or not? Frankly, and I'm telling you, not trying to be idealistic, it doesn't matter to me.
No, I understand.
Even if I were to get no ratings out of all of it, I would do it the same way. So be true to my conscience.
So this actually throws some light on why you're so successful. So you haven't chased ratings happened. You chased your journalistic zeal, you've done stories with your heart into it, and ratings happened. That's how I think we have to run our news organization. We don't chase rating, but when we do our jobs right, I think the ratings come.
See, ratings are necessary for the commerce of the business. So they're overhyped sometimes, and people like to judge this and judge everything you do by saying, oh, you did it for ratings. And I'm saying this fair and square today, that in all my years, I am lucky that we got the ratings, we got the viewership. But at the core of everything that we do isn't an obsessive search for the numbers. It is Barun, about what is right and wrong. And you pick up a story. Sometimes, you can't sleep at night because you think about a story and it haunts you. And you say, no, what happened was wrong. Would I not take a stance for it because I think that it will not go with a majoritarian impulse, because it will not be the most popular story, because it will not get me the ratings? No, when I sleep well at night, when I feel I don't hold anything in my heart, when I say that I've done what I believe in and what is my conviction, it is accidental that it gets ratings.
It shows in your every show. It shows, Arnab. And I must mention that when I first joined this organization, our chairman G. Rameshwar Rao, very categorically he told me, Barun, for me, respect is of primary concern. Your rating and revenue can follow. My mandate was very clearly given, and that's how we run all our channels. And as you know, most of all of our regional channels are winners in their respective genre. What happened with NBA? I mean, you and I have another thing in common, that we both left NBA. I left that twice, you possibly once. What happened in your case?
Just to a wider audience, can I define it?
Yeah.
NBA, News Broadcasters Association, an industry body. In television.
It used to be the only one, the first one.
It used to be the only one, because these are all trade terms and many of our wider audiences may not know what the hell are they talking about.
Absolutely. Huh?
I was one of the people who founded NBA.
Yeah, so was I.
I remember I was so grateful when we made the draft of, I was told, you write the editorial code. And I remember I called Mr. Harish Salve, who I hold in tremendous regard, and I said, sir, can you do this pro bono? And Mr. Salve, being Mr. Salve, was just so generous about it. And he actually saw the draft, gave me some thoughts. So I was very involved in the setting up of NBA. Problem becomes that when people who are sitting at the heads of these organizations decide to use it as their own, cartel. And I don't like cartels. I will never create a cartel nor be part of one. And if I'm told to conform to be part of a television cartel, a media cartel, I will find it stifling. I felt that NBA was unproductive and the people running NBA were using NBA to stifle me and to fight me.
Duologue with Barun featuring Arnab Goswami. Streaming on the world's first news OTT, News 9 Plus. Download now.